Everyone, welcome back to the TraderLion channel. This is Richard here with Ross Haber, and we're continuing on with our Chart of the Week series covering PRM Perimeter Solutions. And basically, we're focusing on individual stock today, but keep in mind that the overall market is really going to decide what's going to go on with individual stocks. Right now, we're in an overall correction, but we are potentially a little bit oversold as well. So if you're a short-term trader, you can try to play those quick bear market rallies, but keep in mind for position traders and longer-term investors, still nothing substantial is forming up in terms of market leadership that could indicate a potential trend change with a new complete bull market underway. So keep that in mind. But in terms of what we're actually looking for during this time, we're always keeping an eye out for stocks showing relative strength, and PRM from the chemical specialty group caught our eye this week, forming higher lows as the market is forming lower lows and getting back above those moving averages. And overall, it's in a nice overall spot within its life cycle. So this is one of the stocks featured on Ross Haber's top 10 report. If you want more info on that, you can click the link down below in the description and popping up right now. And with that, Ross, I'll hand it over to you to kind of analyze the chart and what you like about PRM.
Absolutely. So I'm a big fan of the new IPO bases. This one you can see we've already taken out the low, which is a good thing. We got that out of the way. We know that happens more than 90% of the time. So we've undercut a few times. So as we're coming up the right side here, looks like we're making some solid progress now. We've got the biggest upside volume we've seen since that IPO back here. And despite the market really, it's being in trouble this entire time, and especially last week, this one's just been super strong. As we can see, all of the strength we've seen up the right side here, and especially over the last week as the market's really sold off sharply, the relative strength line's been letting us know that this is one of the strongest stocks out there. This one is a little whippier, wide and loose, so you'd want to be careful playing this one on strength. In terms of buying weakness, assuming we were in some sort of uptrend, maybe you'd want to use this level here, 11-ish, 1120, 1125. On the upside, my eye does this. I see this line. I see the close here at about $12. I don't see much above that in this area here. So to me, I'd say you're fine putting it at the earliest 1196. If you want to really be safe a little bit through 12, then you can use that 10-day moving average as a fairly tight sell stop. So that's basically it. This one is probably one of the best charts that I've seen out there lately. Unfortunately, the general market's in such tough shape that it's not worth buying. I want to now leave it over to you, Rich, and let you cover the fundies for us.
Sure. So just a little bit more on the chart, nice and powerful up the right-hand side. I love the volume signatures here as well, as Ross mentioned off the bottom here. And even that large red spike, 4.1 million, Ross, if you can point that out a few weeks ago. If you look at the price bar there, look at where it closed within its range. That's basically subtle accumulation there. And so far acting extremely strong versus the rest of the market. Looking at the chart, I'd love to see maybe an inside day, and then you could potentially trade an inside day and up for the short-term traders. I'd like a little bit of rest before it tries to push through that Saturn pivot that Market Smith marks at 1246, and an inside day would just give you that additional kind of volatility contraction that would allow you to keep those stop losses just a little bit tighter. Keep in mind, we've seen a lot of similar setups like this fail pretty dramatically, honestly, so stop losses are critical here. We don't want to see it kind of violate even today's low, or especially not the swing low that we saw just about 4 days ago, that 50-day moving average as well. So make sure you're keeping those stop losses pretty tight and logical. That's extremely important. In terms of the fundamentals, this has been a group that's been holding up pretty well. We've also seen over the past week or so, solar improve a little bit and hold up. We saw the oil and gas names, which had been leading, kind of deteriorate a little bit. And then also in terms of what's working, especially today, we saw a little bit of kind of those biotechs emerge as well. But this has been a group that's been faring pretty well. And we've got nice triple-digit earnings growth. This most recent quarter, sales growth 70% as well, margins strong, and decent estimates for 2023. And overall, we've got 40 funds invested into the stock, a little bit lower than we'd like to see, and none of that kind of IBD mutual fund ownership just yet. But this is basically one to watch and have on your radar because of that relative strength line. That's basically a hallmark of leaders that we see during these corrections over and over again. So definitely want to have on your radars if you're interested in this type of name. And that's pretty much it. Ross, anything else that I kind of forgot to mention, or that's pretty much it?
No, no way. You nailed it, my friend.
Perfect. So we'll leave it there. Let us know what you think about the stock down below in the comment section. And with that, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please go ahead and leave a like down below. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, and we'll see you guys in future videos. Thanks.